case you're wondering, ladies and gentlemen, yes, I did build this over there with no intention to move it. But you know, women don't ever like what men do usually, or how they do it, or where they put stuff. So now we're gonna move it clear across the yard to a new position, and I'm gonna rebuild it all over again.
I like all the things you did.
I just love rebuilding stuff. It's so much fun.
I just don't like them all the way over here. I want them all the way over there with everybody. You're doing a great job, sweetie. All right, Sanctuary fam, I messed up. I admit it. I mean, technically, it wasn't just me that messed up. Kevin was in on this too and all, but we messed up. I don't really like where we have placed a lot of the animals' housing on our new property, and I want to move it all. Not all of it, but a lot of it. See, usually when you have a new animal or a new building, it's just one building that you're putting up, and you have the time to think, where would this building work best on this property? But for us, we moved and we didn't know where anything would work best on this new property. And when you're trying to figure out where all the animals' houses and structures are going at all at the same time, it can definitely get a little overwhelming. But see, the thing is, on paper, the way that we laid everything out is really, really nice. Like, it looks nice, it makes sense on paper, but in person, I don't like it. I don't like it. You have animals' houses all the way over here, for example, and then you have other animals' houses all the way over there, so far away from each other. It's a good problem to have. It's such an expansive space that we have, but I just don't like the way we laid it out. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get a blueprint of the property, and I'm gonna draw on it and try to chart out the way our property is, so that you can kind of get a visual and see what I'm talking about. But basically, we're remodeling today. We are remodeling a lot. We're gonna fix our mistake. Okay, so let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, so this is what we're working with here. So the white represents the fencing. This whole area is the animals area. So we started out with 2 buildings and 2 pasture spaces. The building and pasture space on the left is for the large animals, the cows and horses, etc. And the right pasture space and building is for the small animals, goats, pigs, etc. And then over by the pond on the left side is where we put the ducks at, because we wanted the ducks to be right on the water there. So we built a moat going around the island, and we put a small aviary over their house. Eventually we're going to be building a nice large size aviary that will go over land, over water, and just be a space that will keep them protected from predators. We don't want them getting onto the natural island that's already there, because it's really thick, it's really dense, and that's just where all sorts of predators, snakes, and everything else live at. And so we want to keep them safe, so we have them in the aviary. So right now we have a small little aviary, and then next to it over here we have the rooster houses, and then next to that we have the chicken coop. And then across the way we have Charlotte's house, and we built her own little pasture space that had to be tank proof, Charlotte proof, that she couldn't escape out of. So she has her own little pasture space over here. And then next to that we have Albie and Wilbur's house, and we have Scout and Olivia's house, and we had Scruffalufagus's house, but we actually moved his house into the small animal area a couple weeks ago. Anyway, this whole layout seems really ideal and perfect, because you can sort of have a path that you can go. You would come in, you'd see Charlotte, you can walk around, you'd see Albie Wilbur, Scout Scruff, you can go all the way around to the small animal area, go in there, check out everything in there, follow along the horse fencing and pasture, go see the ducks, the roosters, the chickens, and then make your way right back out. So when we open to the public and we have you guys come out and visit, it makes like a nice perfect path that you can go around. And then also, to the same extent, for us, for feeding purposes and stuff, we would have a path going around the outside of the entire area right here, so we could just feed going around the outside and then back out the same way that we came in. So when you're looking at this on paper, this looks pretty good, doesn't it? I mean, am I wrong? I think this looks pretty nice. Everyone is in this huge, expansive space, and you could just open the doors and open the pastures and let everybody all out together, and it would just be this huge space. But the reality of it is, it's too expansive, and the animals' houses are so separated that you don't even want to walk the distance. You want to have a four-wheeler or something to be able to drive the distance. And I mean, like I said, it's a really good problem to have, and I don't even want to call it a problem. It's a really good situation to be in. But at the end of the day, I just don't like how separated all of the animals' houses are. So for comparison, the small animal pasture that we made is literally the size of our entire old property. Like, our entire old property could fit inside of the pasture space of our small animals. And we went and spaced everybody out because, I mean, obviously when you have a big, beautiful space like this, you want to utilize it. You want to give all of the animals as big of a space as you can possibly give them. But the reality of it is, we should have started off in one corner of this huge space, keeping all of the animals together just like they've always been used to. And then as we grow out onto that space. But I just wanted to give everybody as much space as I could. So now what the plan is moving forward is we are going to take all of these little individual houses and we are going to move them into the other areas. So we are going to put all of the birds, the chickens, the roosters, the peacocks, everybody is going onto the island, and it is going to be Bird Island. So all the birds can be together on the water right there. This way they have that natural environment, and then all of the other small animals will all be in one area together. And then eventually, if we can Charlotte-proof, tank-proof that entire area, we will hopefully be able to move Charlotte over here as well so that she can be in with everybody too. And really, in reality, their area really looks more like this because they've got their boats and their playgrounds. And so, yeah, like I said, I do like the layout that we initially did. I don't think it was necessarily wrong. Like I said, I really just wanted to give everyone these huge spaces, but I just don't like that layout for now. I do think that that is the layout that we are going to end up growing into, having all the animals perimeter and border that whole entire area. But like I said, it's something that we've learned that we do need to just grow into. So we are going to move all the animals into those smaller spaces so all of their houses can be closer together, and it'll just make it easier for feeding, easier for cleaning. So yeah, let's go remodel the sanctuary, guys. And so we're gonna start by moving Scout. And then we're gonna move on to Albie and Wilbur, and we're just gonna keep going down the list here. But we're gonna start by moving Scout's house. So Scout actually ended up in a space that was never intended for her because she chose the space herself. She actually escaped one day, got out of the fence, and just moved right into this house. And that house was actually intended to be for Bubba and Ren, who passed away about a year ago now. And the house was empty. She moved right into it, and we let her stay there. And then Olivia, we moved in as her next door neighbor. This way she didn't have to be by herself. So we are going to start by moving Scout and Olivia's house first.
So there's no easy way to move this thing. There's no floor in it, so we're gonna have to take it apart piece by piece. So we got the front wall here. We just unscrewed the whole thing and kind of just grabbed it off of there. And we're just gonna set this down over in the goat area really quick, and then come back and, you know, take it over there piece by piece and then just reassemble it. It made it a little bit more difficult to move since there's no floor like the other ones.
Jackie Chan stuff right there. In case you're wondering, ladies and gentlemen, yes, I did build this over there with no intention to move it. But you know, women don't ever like what men do usually, or how they do it, or where they put stuff. So now we're gonna move it clear across the yard to a new position, and I'm gonna rebuild it all over again.
I like all the things you did.
I just love rebuilding stuff. It's so much fun.
I just don't like them all the way over here. I want them all the way over there with everybody. You're doing a great job, sweetie.
Y'all put it right next to that purple house right here.
Oh no!
See, this is why we're not making lunch.
Okay, you remember everybody?
Okay, so we're gonna move Albie and Wilbur's house now. And hey guys, you guys ready for moving day? All right, here we go. All right, their house is on the move. We're taking it over to the goat area. We're gonna put them back over there. Get everybody back together. So this house has a floor in it, and as you can see, it's much easier to move with a floor in it. So I think the houses that I build in the future will have floors.
It's gonna go back behind that yellow tube over there. That's where it's gonna go, back over there.
All right, so we're gonna stick these 4x4 posts underneath here for two reasons. First reason is it's easier for the forklift to pull the forks out from underneath it. And the second reason is, well, if you see that rot right there, it kind of keeps the bottom of the house off the ground and nice and dry.
Now to put Scout and Olivia's house back together. We've got to put the sidewalls back on, but it shouldn't take very long to get done. And then they're ready to move back in. Bobo, what do you think? You got some new neighbors? Perfect. Scout, are you watching? Making sure that we're doing everything up to code? I mean, listen, he's no licensed contractor or anything, but I promise you, he's gonna build it the right way. It's okay, I promise. We got this.
What do you think, Scout? Everything for farm animals has to be so heavy. Matt weighs like 400 pounds, I'm not exaggerating. Watch out, Scout.
Rugs. She said absolutely not. She put her foot down. She wants the front mat that says go away, not welcome.
Make some screws there for me.
Yay, we got a front porch.
Pretty darn cool.
Looks good. Scout, looks good. You like it? Psst, Scout, what do you think of your new neighbor? What do you think of your neighbor over there? What do you think of him? He's cute, right? He's cute? I put you next to a good neighbor. I know, he's your type.
Like a good neighbor.
Alright, so I'm just going to the back really quick. We keep all of our extra materials back here, and I'm gonna grab some gates. Well, let's take the little one just in case and put it underneath. What happened?
Why'd you bring two?
Because which one do you like better?
I told you, bring the bigger one.
But it looks a little rough. The small one looks nicer. So do we want the smaller one because it looks nicer, or the bigger one because we're going to want to put machines?
The bigger one.
We need the bigger one to put the machines through? Okay. All right.
This gate is all dented up, Alyssa.
Yeah, you don't like that bigger one? I told you.
This is too small and this is too dented up.
That's our choices. Too small, but looks nice.
Grab some wrenches and some stuff, and to go to the front and to go grab one of the gates off of the front and bring it down here.
Okay, so neither of these, so all for nothing. All right, so now we are taking apart this fencing right here, and we are going to bring it into the other area and create a new fenced off piggy area in the other area. So this way we can just repurpose the fencing that we already have. And then when we open the gate, they'll be able to just open right in with everybody else. But if we want to keep them separate, we can still keep them in a separate piggy area as well. So we're going to repurpose this and drag this over there. Okay, so while we were moving all the housing around, we wanted to move this grain silo into that area as well, because we plan to turn this into an animal's house. But listen, first, I have to tell you guys the story about how we got this grain silo, because it all started when Kevin saw a free Facebook Marketplace post. Need I say more? I think these videos right here will just tell the story for me. Yeah, you see that, right? We dug this thing out of piles of baby dolls, fake bodies, just nothing but plastic arms and legs in the pitch black dark. We're stealing Annabella's house right now. God. Oh, the disrespect. One time I saw a meme that said, I don't have to worry about my man talking to other women. What I have to worry about is him talking to Jimmy on the Facebook Marketplace, and man, I've never related to a meme more than that one. So I think that this is going to be a really fun project, converting this grain silo into an animal's house. Oh, and then speaking of Facebook Marketplace finds, Kevin actually found this like replica BMW for free on the Facebook Marketplace too. The BMW dealership used it as like a static display. You can see like the whole interior of it. It's just a wooden shell. We also want to do something fun with that. Oh, and then again, while we're talking about free Facebook finds, we also got lucky and found this kids play set for free on the Facebook Marketplace too. So we pulled that into the area too. So we are trying to get to that pasture over there, but we have to go all the way around because there's no gates, right, Wilbur? Wilbur, it's bedtime. You can explore tomorrow. We're gonna explore everything tomorrow, okay? I promise. Your house is over there now. We gotta take it over there. She's a happy tail. He just wants to explore. Wilbur's happy tail. You got such a cute little happy tail. All right, but it's time to go to bed. You found mud? Yeah. Oh, okay. You gotta get the little mud scratches first. Come on, my little warthog, let's go. Are you angry? Are you upset? Come on. Come on. We grabbed a slide and we're making a wall. Woo, careful, careful, careful. Okay. The wall is working. It's working. That's a long walk, huh, buddy? Come here, Wilbur. Look. Wilbur. Look, Wilbur. Wilbur, you hungry? Wilbur, come on, buddy. Yeah, I see you yawning. No. Wilbur, it's that way. Yeah. Grab the wall. Sorry, buddy. Sun's going down. It's bedtime. Have to wait to explore your new neighborhood tomorrow.